I got a lot of money. The love potion is about $1,200 a vial. And I would recommend, most fertility doctors recommend, if you think you're going to do this alone, because you might need a couple cycles, 2 to 4 vials.
So when I saw this video, I immediately thought, how interesting is it that we can have a black woman come on a panel with 2 black men and express the amount of money she is willing to pay to not be with one of them. Can we talk about that? I know a lot of y'all not gonna like me for what I have to say in this video, but I'm not really talking to be liked. I'm talking to tell the truth. This woman broke down that she is willing to pay anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 just to have a child and not have to be connected to a black man or be in a relationship with a black man to have one. She wants to use him for what he can provide, because women are all powerful and you know, they can do no wrong, and they don't need men, and they, you know, they're bad all by themselves. They could do everything on their own merit, but you know what they can't do? Get themselves pregnant. So they've justified that a woman can pay for the one thing that she desperately needs a man for, so that she no longer can need a man. Isn't that crazy when you really think about it? Let's just say, okay, that a man said that he was going to pay money for a woman to drop off a baby so he can raise the baby by himself without having to be in a relationship with a woman. People would call him crazy. And for both of these situations, I'm not talking about people who are in relationships with the same sex. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about people who are heterosexual, who like the opposite of themselves, and are going out of their way to instead learn how to be cooperative with each other. Okay, instead of learning how to get on a man's page, instead of working on being submissive, instead of trying to have effective relationship skills and building growing and raising a child within a dynamic that's already established, you want to just skip to the part, get the juice, have the baby, raise the baby on your own. And if the child want to go meet where they come from, you can go meet them. Acting like the connection isn't necessary, the relationship isn't necessary between father and child. What the father can provide for a child in a household, in life, with their principles, with their morals, with their structure, acting like that does not matter at all. It's solely about just bringing the child in the world, and it's so easy, I could do it by myself, because I've seen a lot of other single women do it in our own community. But then you're saying, okay, and again, this is not necessarily just for this woman. This is for a lot of women who I've seen going on the limb talking about they having a baby on their own because they don't need a man to do it. Just because. Well, I don't see no prospect, so I'm just going to have a baby because I want to. Selfish. Selfish. You don't think about how that's going to affect the child. And then saying, well, you know, I want my baby to be black, so, you know, I wanted black sperm. I definitely wanted to do that. But at the same time, if you want to think about black people and you want to think about our communities, wouldn't you think about how important it is for that same black child to grow up in a 2-parent household? I don't care what you've seen. Mommy can't do it alone. Yeah, there's a lot of single mothers who have raised children who are successful in different ways, but it does not mean that they still don't have childhood traumas. Doesn't mean that they still don't have identity issues or problems. It doesn't mean that, especially as young men, that they don't struggle with their masculinity, or young girls who are growing up with mommies alone don't struggle with what it means to even cooperate with a man, love a man. They don't understand the dynamic of a man loving them. They don't even know how to identify it because they've never had it. The first person that was supposed to love them wasn't there. A lot of times you see women just dating anybody. No self-worth, lack of self-worth, or they have this entitlement, this certain mindset. Because sometimes they have a father who was actually in the home, but the father himself was raised by a single mother, and they try to pedestalize all the women around them, and they build this woman up to have a certain mindset that she can't get in a relationship with nobody because she thinks that she's perfect. Oh, well, you got to spoil me better than my daddy. Well, your daddy going to be taking care of you for the rest of your life. He spoiled you. Spoiled is a correct word. It's rotten. Don't nobody want it. I think it's so important, especially within our community, that we talk about these things. Because nobody is thinking about down the long haul. All they really thinking about is how they feel in the moment. Well, I'm this age and I want to have a baby and I don't have a man. So I'm going to have a baby on my own because my time is ticking and I want a baby. I. It's all about what you want, what you feel, what you think, what you feel that you deserve. Not thinking about the fact that that baby is going to turn out and be an adult someday and have some real issues. Knowing that you paid for them. You went and you chose a random person to procreate with. They weren't made out of love. They were made out of insemination. It's different. It's different. And again, this is not like surrogacy where the mother is having an issue and somebody has to carry the child of these two people because they desperately want a child. And, this is not even talking about that. That's a whole different, this not even talking about that. It's not talking about people, again, who are, not in heterosexual relationships and they want a child. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who would rather pay than get on a man's page. And then do not care or think about the effects that it's going to have on that child who's going to be fatherless. Because he was just trying to go get a couple bucks to pay his bills. He was trying to make some extra money. You think he was thinking about love when he was putting that into that cup? He wasn't. He wasn't. And another point that I want to end off on is I just love the fact that women can finally see where the life source begins. You see where it begins? This man. You cannot create a baby on your own. You are the incubator. You are the oven. But if nothing is put into the oven, you can't make nothing. It shows the balance that's necessary. It shows how much we need each other in nature. Just look at the nature of it. You need him. Now through science and technology and through things, and people are going around it. Rather pay thousands of dollars than learn how to deal with somebody. Learn how to relate to somebody. Learn how to respect somebody. Learn how to put somebody else first for a change. Got a whole bunch of money, got degrees, got the house, the car, the this, lonely, cold. Ain't nobody in there with you. All the people that are around you are the people that you have to pay, not nobody that love you. Nobody that has your best interest at heart around you. Just some friends, some homegirls, some this. Nobody that can't keep you warm at night. Got things. You have things. And a lot of times, I'm saying you have things, but a lot of times, those same things have you. Having a child, one of the main things that's so important is learning how to relate with somebody, learning how to coexist with somebody. You know why that's so important? Because how are you going to know or know your capabilities or know how to coexist with this child if you couldn't even do it with the person that is half of them? You know how parents, they get together and a child do something, you like, the mom look at the dad or the dad look at the mom and it's like, he get that from your side. Oh no, he get that from your side. Sometimes just because another person is black, because she said that she wanted to make sure that she could relate to her child, just because it's another black person doesn't mean that some of the mental health things was not listed on the paper. There's some things that child is going to go through that you can't relate to because it's not coming from your lineage. It's coming from his lineage. And you can't just pick up and call him because he probably have a time frame that he want to be contacted. And he don't want to help you. It's important. It's very important. Very important. I mean, I'm not too surprised about the Kiki laughing because, that's what they do. But I just thought it was very ironic again that you can talk about how somebody is talking to black men of how they're willing to pay for their sperm instead of actually dealing with one of them and being in a relationship with one of them. I thought it was interesting. I would like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.